Hey, good morning everybody, it's Dave here, Holiday for Two. Hope you're having a good week. Today I'm taking a trip down to Tucson today to see my dad. And we're going to take a trip out to some place that we've never been to before. If you are an auto buff and you like vintage cars and those kind of things, there's a place in Tucson that opened just recently called Rolling Through Time. And so I'm going to take my dad out and see it. And I think he'll really enjoy it. I will too. If you're an auto buff, you'll really get into it. So here we go. We're heading down to Tucson. We got some traffic today leaving Phoenix. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is a typical Phoenix, getting out of Phoenix day on a weekday. We just had an accident on I-10 westbound, and so they had to shut the whole freeway down. So here we go. We're on the way to Tucson to see Rolling Through Time and go visit my dad for a little bit. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the little bell on the side. Here we go. Hopefully I can get out of town before it gets too late here.
So someday when my ship comes in, I know just what we'll do. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two. We'll pack our bags and quit our jobs and have a holiday for two.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Dave here. Today we're going to take a trip through Rolling Through Time, the Auto Museum on South Park Avenue in Tucson, Arizona. You definitely want to give yourself time when you get here. Oh boy, there is so much to see. Now admission is $12 a person, $10 if you're a senior citizen. Wow. And there's so much to see. It smells like a it smells like an auto shop.
When I was working across the street at Jerry's,
Uh-huh.
this guy come in, had this one of these on a flatbed, just almost like this one. It wasn't in good a shape. He'd been back somewhere in the Midwest, and he collected old cars, and so he brought this one into us to pull the motor out. He was a big old guy. So he said, okay, so we're going to pull the motor. I had the chain hook and everything. And he come back and he said, what are you doing? I said, we're going to pull the motor out. Well, he don't read that. He got a hold of it and pulled it down. That's the way we used to do it, he said. I said, well, maybe you, but not me. $11.19 a gallon.
Wow. Oh, I had one like that a long time ago. Only I had the big sissy bar in the back. I remember. There you go, Dad. Pontiac, two-door.
That's one of the first V8s. Had one. Just like this, different color.
I like how the things fold up like that.
Yeah.
The hood. 85 horsepower. Top speed 130. Woo-hoo. That says side valve V8 block engine. 85 horsepower. Top speed 130. I don't know if I'd want to go 100.
I don't think so.
The 20 millionth Ford.
This was the last Model A, I think.
Cost $630 new. Wow. That was a lot of money then.
Uncle Jack had one of these he bought. This was gray, about the color of that Ford over there.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, that thing was good shape.
Triumph.
I want to sit down for a minute.
Okay. '65 Mustang GT.
That thing will go. That thing will run. Whew.
0 to 60 in 7 seconds, I bet. Holy cow. The Shelby. Firebird? Yep. 70 Firebird. My grandpa had one of these. Mustang 2. Only I think my grandpa had a 1974 Mustang 2. He didn't have the V6. He had a 4-cylinder engine. He did not like it.
Look down under the dash there.
34 Model A.
Down under the dash, see that?
Uh-huh.
That pipe there, it goes in, and then there's a little valve on there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you had to turn that on and off. That was your gas flow, because your tank was and then you had to choke it. Your choke was right there. Choke.
Okay.
Sometimes, not always. But here's where your fuel tank. No fuel pump on these things.
No.
Gravity fed.
Gravity fed. I bet that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Get your hair dry back
Your
there.
hair dried out real quick.
57 Ford Thunderbird. 312 probably.
312.
Yeah,
You get
312.
300 horsepower. That's what you had in that one, 57.
Right.
Actually, it's the same motor.
KHIT 1075 on your radio and streaming Tucson's classic hits online at KHIT 107.
We lived up in Compton. My dad worked for this limestone company.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big limestone pit, and he drilled and he was a dynamiter. But they had one of these, only it was a Mack. I think it had the same kind of cab. It was. I rode in it one time. Oh,
What a ride, huh?
oh, Jesus.
Oh, look at those
I
tires.
don't think it was a white though. I think it was a Mack. They were hooked on this one.
Oh, isn't that cute? Flame car, huh?
Oh, it looks like Fast and Furious was made a year before these.
Oh, wow, yeah. Look at that purple, though, man. I hope the color comes in the camera. All right, now for those of you watching, see if any of you can figure out where this car came from. The pictures are clues. And ignore the sign because this says Willie's Jeep, but that's not a Willie's Jeep. There's another clue right there. I actually rode on one of these years ago, and it was one of the old Tucson. Years ago, old Tucson had a little car ride that you could get on, and then you rode around the tracks on these old cars like this. You'd sit in there and drive it along, kind of like Disneyland. They had little tracks. It kind of kept them from going too far off. Oh my goodness.
What's that? Yeah.
66. What was the one we bought that you had? 66 or 65?
65, but it had the 66 front end.
Okay.
Yeah, they never did figure out why. 'Cause I asked the dealer we bought it from. He said, I don't know, that's the way it came. It was 65, had the side trim and everything. But the only thing is the front was 66.
There you go. Yeah, when you had one of those, you were riding in style. Along with that big Buick right there. 1921 Cadillac. Gatsby's. That was the Gatsby era, wasn't it? Flappers and... Oh, there's the old Willie's Jeeps. I think that's what those are over there.
No, what?
The old Willie's Jeeps.
Oh, the old Jeep.
Yeah.
It's similar to the Buick, or the old, it was a Pontiac.
Here we go. Willie's. CJ5. What a blast. Seeing some of these cars. I think my dad's having fun. I'm trying to figure out which one's my favorite so far. I like the Mustangs. Mustangs, that's my favorite. My dad and I were just talking about these. Air cooled. Yeah.
In 1962, I used to build these in Ypsilanti.
We were just talking about Corvairs.
Yeah, it was the same year that ours were, except mine was a brown color.
We put out 49 an hour.
Wow.
49 cars an hour. So we were the Corvair rolled off to the assembly line.
80 horsepower. Cost new $1,900 to $2,300. Well, that would have been fun. Look at that.
Yeah, how'd you have to ride in that?
Oh, look at the old bike, the Schwinn, 58 Schwinn. That's one of those little Jeeps we saw, Dad. That is cute.
This is one that you sent me a picture of, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a video I saw somebody riding around.
Plastic. Pass.
Yours was red, though, huh?
Yeah, mine was red, yeah. And the light on the front. I had a basket on mine.
Look at that little bike.
It was a good bike.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this trip through the Rolling Through Time Museum in Tucson. Stay tuned at the end of the video. I'll be sure to put a link and a little video at the end so you can find where this is at. If you happen to be visiting Tucson, safe travels wherever you're going this time of year. Be careful out there. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed this and you found this enjoyable and you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the little bell so you'll be notified as I put out more videos in the future. So once again, this is called the Rolling Through Time Auto Museum in Tucson, Arizona. At the end of the video, I'll put a short little video to show you how to find it. Have a good day. Bye. Well, hey everybody, welcome back. And I'm going to show you how to find the Rolling Through Time Auto Museum in Tucson. And apparently this museum just opened last October of 2024. And I didn't realize it was that new, because I hadn't seen this pop up on my Google Map searches before, but it is really cool. Get out here and check it out. There's some information over here on the side, phone number and a website that you can go to right there, the RTT Museum, and there's the phone number if you want to call them. Admission is $12, $10 if you are a senior citizen, and they'll have some other discounts too. So go to their websites and check it all out, but let me zoom in and show you how to find it. If you're coming to Tucson from I-10 north of Tucson, or coming up I-10 from south of Tucson, you're going to look for the, well, there's a couple of different ways to actually get it. You might want to put it in your Google Maps so you can find the best exits to get off here. I know you can probably take Campbell Avenue and go south to either to Ajo Way. That was the way we came. We actually got off I-19, came across Ajo Way and went south on Park. That might be the best way to, let me put it up, change it to satellite mode so you can see the satellite mode. If you're coming south on Park Avenue right here, watch out because there is a Arizona Department of Economic Security building right next to it. And so you're going to have to watch for the little turnoff right here to come in and get a parking spot right in here. If you miss this exit right here, then you can't go through this parking lot to get in there. So watch for that sign right there. You'll see the sign. I almost had it. There we go. There's the sign for the Rolling Through Time. It opened in early 2024 October. So that's when it opened up. And the parking it's actually back behind over here. Let me get out of the map. But that is just a really cool place to go. And it's big. It's larger than I realized. And you can see some of the photos that they took here to put on the website. But do check it out. There are so many places in Tucson to see. This is kind of on my list now. One of those places that would be really neat to see if you're in the area and traveling around Tucson. Another thing to see that's really not too far is Santa Vera Mission down over here, just south of Tucson along the freeway down here. It's a historical mission built hundreds of years ago as the Spanish came up from Mexico and traveled up here. They built a couple of different missions. San Javier del Bac is one of the missions that they built. They also did Tubac, which is another mission south. I did a video on that one about a year ago when we went down there and did our Christmas trip to Tombstone, and that was really fun. Let's see some other things. There's Old Tucson off over here. Come out Ajo Way, and you can find Old Tucson, Arizona Sonora Desert Museum right there. Somehow it's not showing up on here, but I know Old Tucson is in this area. There it is. That's a definite must-see. It's been reopened recently. Then Gates Pass is kind of fun. So many things to see if you're in Tucson area, and have fun and just check it out. I'm going to be talking in a little bit, in a couple of weeks or so, I'll be doing another video talking about price increases in the Arizona parks. Arizona state parks have just recently had some price increases. And so unfortunately, I'm kind of sad and upset about that, but these days it's kind of to be expected. But there are places to stay and campgrounds around Tucson that are still reasonable. One of them is Gilbert Ray out here. Gilbert Ray, which is out here by Sonora Desert Museum. There's Gilbert Ray, kind of in this area. It's gone up a little bit, but not as much as the Arizona State Park campgrounds. Gilbert Ray is actually ran and operated by Pima County Parks and Recreation. And so that's a different entity all in of itself. All the Arizona state parks have gone up, the passes and everything. I believe the lowest price now for a campground in Arizona state parks is around $50 a night. Yes, you heard me correct. So that's what I said. I'm kind of upset about that. But it kind of got snuck in on us here recently. And there's a lot. I'll tell you more about that later in another video. Anyway, have a great day. There are still plenty of places to stay and visit that are not as that are more reasonable, perhaps, than that. But that's the way things are these days. Have a great day. Safe travels. Catch you on the next video. Bye.